All right, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. Pull up a chair. Get ready to get into this numbers, numerology, and the spookiness that people have been talking about. Ever since Vybz Kartel has been released from prison, a lot of eyes have been on him. Most recently, if you want to know what's going on with Vybz Kartel, you can go and check out his YouTube channel, which is called Kiss Me Baby TV. And then you can also follow him on Twitter or Instagram or so on and so forth, even on YouTube through other vloggers, fans of his, and those who don't like him but still follow him anyways. Most recently, though, people have been talking a lot about the numbers that are in play. And one person who is very prominent said something that is very significant that a lot of people are paying attention to. Welcome back to SouFLoTV. If you've never been here before, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Click the bell next to the subscribe button so you are notified every time a new video goes up on SouFLoTV. Let's get into the numbers. So, the prominent person said, watch the number 13 and 3. They are being used and played in Vybz Kartel's world for a reason. The person went ahead further and said, these numbers 13 and 3 are very significant, and they actually mean that he has sold his soul to the cabal. This is the reason why he was able to get his freedom out of prison, and this is the reason why he was honored with a huge contract, millions and millions of dollars in Jamaican money, worth about 4 million US dollars for his first concert. This is a lot of money. They've never seen this before. And the agent that they're using is connected to a certain source. That is why he had to go through Joe Bogdanovich in order to get that first concert. The rest will come later and you will see the rewards. Kind of like Buju Banton and how he got back into the United States of America. These are not my words. These are what's being put out there, and people are starting to believe them because it does look spooky when you sit and look at it. 13, 31, and 3. What are the significance of 13, 31, and 3? A lot of people are saying, perfect example, his soul was sold. So, you know how we do over here at SouFLoTV. I know this is not a defending Vybz Kartel video. This is more like an educational video, right? So let's start out with putting everybody on. So first of all, Vybz Kartel, if you watched his first interview with Isaac Buchanan on Isaac's YouTube channel called Context Matters, you will see where Isaac at one point said 13 years in prison, and Vybz Kartel said, no, I'm not owning that. I'm not giving that to the system. I'm not giving him the 13 years. But if you check from the day of, the day when the verdict was read, or the year when he went through that case, to the year when he was released, it does say 13 years. So we can safely say 13 years in prison, and then he was released July 31st, 2024. Again, shout out to the judge, Justice Bishop McDonald. Shout out to her for, doing the right thing. But he was also released on the eve of Jamaica's emancipation. The 31st of July, 13 years in prison, the 31st of July, his release, and his concert, his first concert, will also be December 31st. Again, another concert. Not only it wasn't November 31st or October 31st, it is a significant turning point on the calendar of history. The 31st of December marks the last day of an old year and the stepping into a new beginning and a new year, 2025, right? Right. This is the time when everybody will celebrate Happy New Year and all these things. So you have 13 years in prison. The 31st of July 2024, he was released, and December 31st is the first concert at the National Stadium in Jamaica. The field will be packed. The stadium will be crowded. The sky is open. The portal is open. It is going to be a spiritual experience, but not one that those who do not like him and are trying to change the narrative are thinking it is. We're going to put things in place in a second. Just continue to listen. The tickets go on sale at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. on the 31st of August. So you have 13 years in prison. Then you have the 31st of July, his release, 2024. And then the 31st, his first concert at the National Stadium of December. And then 3 a.m., August 31st. Tickets go on sale at 3 a.m. Okay. A lot of people thinks this is spooky. Too many 3s and 13s and 31. 3, 13, and 31. What is the significance? People are talking about the Masons and large numbers and spirituality and what these numbers mean. Okay, let's start off with 13 first, right? And you may be asking, what does 13 mean spiritually? So, spiritually, 13 actually represents the cycle of ending and rebirth. In numerology, 13 represents the cycle of ending and rebirth. Remember, Vybz Kartel didn't have any control over the day he would have been released. Judge Justice Bishop Marvin MacDonald released him on July 31st, eve of emancipation for Jamaica, but it actually means 13, the cycle of ending and rebirth. In this way, we could apply the necessities to rid your life of any negative energy to make room for opportunities and what you really desire out of life as a complete cycle. This is what the number 13 means. Right. Now, in numerology, those born on a 3, they're considered natural born problem solvers. They think of new ways to solve problems quickly and creatively, and they look at everyday issues in a novel, a different kind of way than normal people do because of their ability to think outside of the box. The number 3 is a fortunate number, it's considered, as since it represents the planet Jupiter. We'll get more into that in a minute. Let's get back to 13 though. So as we get into these numbers, I'm asking you to keep an open mind, right? And pay attention. Now, through the Bible, although the Bible does not specifically mention negative things regarding the number 13, many scholars believe that the number 13 represents rebellion, sin, and lawlessness. Rebellion, sin, and lawlessness. This is what many scholars believe that the number 13 represents. He did 13 years in prison, right? So sin, lawlessness, rebellion, 13. Now, as looking at the number 13 and saying, that's probably why he said on Isat's show, I don't want to give them the 13. I don't want to give them that 13. And then has made effort to turn that 13 into 31, right? Now, 31, on the other hand, people who study numbers will tell you that if you see the number 31 or you constantly keep seeing the number 31 appearing anywhere, whether visually or in your mind or in a dream vision, etc., don't just brush it off. Pay attention to it because the universe is trying to communicate with you through this number, 31. And what it actually means, to understand the numerology meaning of 31, you would have to break the whole number down, break down its compartments, break down the 3 and break down the 1 and see what the 3 and the 1 signifies, right? In order to get to the full meaning of 31. 3 and 1. Number 3 signifies creativity, self-expression, optimism, growth, expansion. That's what number 3 represents. And then the number 1 represents the new beginning, self-leadership, positivity, motivation, and inner strength. Both numbers combined now gives the meaning of number 31, which indicates success, courage, innovation, and positivity. So, release date, all positive, right? December 31st, concert at the National Stadium, all positive. 31st, 31. If you keep seeing this 31, it says that you will want to embrace your creative side and pursue your passions in life. It is your guardian angels, so to speak, then, in numerology, it would say, that are guiding you to take steps out of your comfort zone. Step out and take risks. Additionally, number 31 symbolizes a new chapter in your life. So you should be open to new beginnings and take advantage of every opportunity that comes your way. Now, what more or who more this would apply to than Vybz Kartel stepping out of prison? Vybz Kartel stepping into a new life, a new beginning. 13 years ago, the world is different today than 13 years ago. So he stepped back into a new world. He stepped into a new relationship because even though him and Saddam were actually together, they were not actually together because they weren't physically able to be together, to live as man and woman and to know each other's flaws and weaknesses and triggers, etc. So stepping into a new everything, pretty much. You could even strip it back to stepping into a new vehicle, stepping into a new house, stepping into a new clothing, new closet full of new clothes, stepping into new activities, just new everything, right? So it's a new chapter in your life and you should be open to new beginnings and take advantage of every opportunity that comes your way. Now, I don't know where people get the negativity from, but I can see how 13, representing rebellion and lawlessness and all that, gets flipped around. Kartel, understanding what 13 means, flips it around to 31, which means all these positive things. New beginnings, right? New chapter in life, new beginnings, embracing one's creative side and pursuing your true passion in life. Everybody knows that his true passion in life is the creative arts, music and entertainment, right? Right. And then he must embrace this and pursue that passion passionately, which is exactly what we see him doing. Henceforth, new concert. He doesn't have time to say, oh, I'm sick and I have to just focus on just this and just sit in a corner. A lot of people would want for him to do that. And I found out that it's usually the people who didn't like him in the first place or wanted him to stay behind bars. So now that he is out and now that he is moving around and he is looking healthier and he is taking control of his health and being proactive about getting better and preparing himself physically for this rigorous concert that's about to take place, where he has said he is looking to spend hours on stage that night to that morning. You know, the people are saying, the same people who used to say he should have stayed in there and dead, he should be locked up forever, they can't say that anymore because he's out. So now they're saying things like, I don't think he's going to be in good shape to do it. You know, he's not in good shape. It's probably not going to be a good concert, etc. But this is him stepping into this numerology and taking full control of turning around 13 to 31. If you turn 13 backwards, it turns 31, right? Right. Put the 1 before the 3, 3 back before the 1, 13, 31. And then, of course, let's talk about the number 3, because the number 3 is super significant and a lot of people are all up in arms. The number 3 is all about being creative and good at communicating, and it brings energy for expanding and finding new ways to express one's self. So that is what the number 3 really represents, standing on its own, right? There are other powerful things out there, like I said earlier, about people who are even born on the number 3, whether it was January to December, any of those months. If you were born on a 3 or have a 3 in your birth date, it says, right? But more specifically, those who were born on 3. And let's get the kicker. This is where we end this video, right? Check it. People are like, oh, the 3, another evil number. The number 3 is ruled by planet Jupiter. Remember I told y'all we would talk about this at the end? Planet Jupiter, which is known as Guru in Hindu astrology. Now, Lord Vishnu is regarded as the ruler of this number. You can go look up more about Hindu astrology. Number 3. Number 3 is a number which is considered as one of the holy numbers in numerology. If you're a Christian, you can already see where this is going. Number 3, powerful number, right? If you're a Christian that don't really study Christianity, then this is a learning point for you. In numerology and in Indian astrology, since it represents the divine trinity of 3 deities, Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu, and Mahesh. Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. That is in Hindu and Indian numerology. Now, I must tell you that this existed before Christianity existed. However, Christianity today, in Western Christianity, copied a lot from Eastern religions or Eastern ways of worship that existed before. I know a lot of people who are Western Christians, they don't believe, they think that, their Christianity existed before everything else on the face of the earth. From the Big Bang, boom, the earth popped up in the universe and their Christianity was there. And that's simply not the truth. History is there to prove it, right? Christianity came about pretty late compared to some of these other Eastern religion or ways of thinking then, if you will. Now, what Christianity adopted was the 3 and the Trinity. So for Vybz Kartel, using the 3 at a powerful time as 3 a.m. in the morning, not only that, the 3 represents the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So this is about new beginnings. It's about embracing your creative side. It's about being open and honest. It's about pursuing your gifts, your dreams with a passion. And it's about the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, the Trinity. And also, I want you to try this in your personal life. The clearest thoughts you will ever have will come to you at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm talking about sitting at home or laying in bed looking up into the darkness, or with your eyes closed and going into your mind. Your brightest ideas will come to you at 3 a.m. in the morning. It's a time of clarity. It's a time when usually everywhere is quiet and your body itself is quiet and your mind is quietly at work, manifesting. Remember, everything you see around you was manifested in thought first. Nobody just got up one day and poof, a plate and a cup appeared. Poof, a microphone appeared. Poof, a cell phone appeared. It was manifested in thought first. And whoever it manifested to in thought, they jumped up out of their sleep and they said, "Oh, I have a bright idea." Write it down and then start working on it. Instead of drinking from our hands or drinking from a calabash or a coconut shell or a leaf fashioned into a cup, how about we make a cup? These things that look like cups, which have evolved to what we see in our houses today, which we serve our guests in, and we use the glass and the cups. Same thing for anything else you see in creation around you. So 3 a.m. tickets go on sale. 13 years in prison, July 31st. Turn that 13 backwards. July 31st, 2024. Release date. Freedom, December 31st. 31 again, representing new beginnings. First concert at the National Stadium, and tickets go on sale at 3 a.m. in the morning, representing the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. I'm going to leave you with that one right there. Think what you want to, but I gave you something to think about. All right? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Let's have a discussion, and I'll catch you on the next video. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace. All right, my Jamaican people, let's take a break from our scheduled program here and get into this promo of a wonderful product from a company called Soninka Limited. Soninka Limited Solar Lighting. They have interior lighting available, roof solar panels available, extra bright street lights like you're seeing in this video clip available. You can use these lights to light up your streets and avenues, lanes and corners, your backyard, your farm, your front yard, any which part need lighting. And this is all powered by God's Son. Solar, no man, solar. You don't have a JPS bill to pay. And they are available island-wide. So check it. Intelligent lighting control, dimmable remote controlled, rechargeable on cloudy days. Listen, hook up, link up with Soninka right now. Oh, and tell them SouFLoTV sent you and get a nice discount. And get yourself out of the darkness and into the light. Back to our regular scheduled program at hand. Peace.